this is Emma the Mizfit from Emma the Mizfit and her world. According to my world, at this very moment, I'm going through a lot, as I have not been as active as I would like to be on the podcast and doing it. My mother came home and I was just like really super excited about it. So with all that going on, I really didn't spend much time on the podcast, but I have been making videos on YouTube. You can find me on Emma the Mizfit. I was also doing a lot of different things that I'm just physically, emotionally and mentally trying to make myself stronger in a lot of senses, different things and different ways and different matters and forms and shapes, I guess. The thing is, the reason why I first started this podcast is because, again, I want to be able to have conversations about mental health that don't sound like it's kind of hard to like just explain it. It really is. It's not easy, and it's kind of like become this like really hard topic for me, and I don't even know why. I feel like I'm in group therapy and I'm doing all these things, and I feel like that sometimes that trying to help somebody or trying to do something for others is a good thing, but there's a lot of people that try to prevent you from doing good, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. I'm just in one of those moods to just talk, so I guess I'll just talk on whatever is going on in my mind. My mind might sound a little scattered, and my thoughts might be all over the place, but that's what you get from me. I can't help you with that, other than just it's me being me. So I've been doing good. My mom is home, like I said before, so she's been doing really good. So and she's like almost like 100% back to being herself. She's actually better now. So I'm really excited about that. And, Thanksgiving is coming and we're traveling down south, and it's a beautiful thing. Just, I hope the weather doesn't ruin that for us, because we're excited about going. I'm super nervous about it. I won't even pretend like I'm not. I'm like super anxious about it. It's just that you get so comfortable inside your own little bubble that you forget that you have to go out. And the reason why I say you have to go out is because of the fact that it's extremely hard. You can't live life inside the bubble. You have to get out of the bubble eventually. And I know for a long time I've been trying to like hold off and not really kind of like get in outside and do like a lot more things with a lot more people. It's just, I find it difficult to kind of interact with people. It might sound weird, but it's not. If you were to ever meet me, you'd be like, oh, she doesn't even sound like she's like not confident and not what do you call, I'm trying to find the word, not like, strong, or, like she's completely confident and, she knows, but it's extremely hard to express myself in a lot of, with other people. And it has a lot to do with the fact that, after the ECT, I kind of mumbled, or jumbled, I should say, jumbled my brain. So like when I want to say something, it comes out like not correctly sometimes, if that makes sense. And it doesn't come out like the way I intended it to sometimes. So going on this trip, you know, is forcing me to like be around other people. And that's why I'm excited about it. I know it's going to be hard. I know I'm going to be like so anxious. Definitely anxious. But I'm still going to be excited about it because I feel like it's something that is I mean, we've been to Florida many times, but you know, I'm excited about going this time. I'm definitely excited about going. So without that, should I say with that? My sister and I are going to be doing the Game of Thrones seasons again. There's a long story and I will not get into it. But I will say this. I don't want to do this. I don't. I will be honest. I don't. And the reason is because the way it ended, it was just so bad. I have a huge problem with bad writing. And I hate with a passion when at the end of a story, movie, series, show, they're trying so hard to wrap it up that they completely destroy the characters that they built throughout whatever amount of time. A perfect example is the originals. Now, I said Game of Thrones because, of course, the Game of Thrones is number 1 on that list. But number 2 for me is the originals. It had like so much potential, but because the writer or the show creator, whoever, whatever her name is, she was going to be working on the legacies, and that was her future. So she was just so fast to like end the stories. I kind of it just felt rushed. It felt dumb, the ending. But again, that's just me. I'm when it comes to shows, when it comes to series that I love, and you know, like the fanfic, not the fanfics, like comic books. I have this huge obsession with comic books. Comic book movies, you know, cartoons, animation, all of it. And my biggest problem is that, you know, the writing in the last couple of years, I'm sure you've heard from many YouTubers, many people complaining, is just so garbage. Like the stories are just garbage. I wish they wouldn't be, but they are. And it's kind of like what's going on and just a sign of the times, I guess. But it's definitely lost. A lot of the creative people aren't creating. Instead, it's become more of a virtual signaling kind of thing. And it's just, what it does is just really destroys the writing. It doesn't help the writing. And that's my biggest problem with a lot of these projects, shows, whatever you want to call it. I have not watched anything new, I'll be honest. The only thing I watched new that was recent was The House of the Dragon. And I actually enjoyed it. Now, I read the book. I think the show is... I see, I have like... I kind of really enjoyed that they kind of time jumped on House of the Dragon. Some people did not like it. I feel like it did go like very well, and they did a really good job. But I kind of also understand where some people might have thought it was a little rushed. But technically, I just don't feel that they're going to be able to make more than 3 seasons for this. Maybe they plan on skipping around to different like Targaryen histories in House of the Dragon. Like, it's not, I mean, maybe this chapter, and this is what I'm thinking, maybe it's just this chapter is going to be about the dragons, you know, House Targaryen fighting against, you know, like for the throne, and almost, yeah, technically almost wiping each other out. No, basically wiping each other out. And like, maybe that's why they started with this, and maybe they're gonna go back. This is my thinking. Maybe they'll go back to like the Conqueror, Aegon, you know, like maybe the original story, or maybe they'll just jump around. I don't know, but I kind of feel like House of the Dragon, you can't really get so much from, like, you're not going to be able to get like Game of Thrones, like 8 seasons. I mean, even though Game of Thrones could have actually gone for 9, 10, 11 seasons, but there's not much material there for like the Dance of Dragons. Like, I mean, honestly, there's only so much you can tell. But I kind of feel like maybe they're going to use this as a jumping point for them to go into different parts of the House of the Dragon, which is the Targaryens, which I do love that idea, if that's what they're planning on doing. I don't know if they're planning on doing that. I'm just stating that I would like that. You know, if you're going to do that, then you might as well do something like that, and like jump around to different parts of during the Targaryen history of them ruling. You could even go all the way back to them be like landing on Dragonstone. Like, there's so much that they could do that has nothing to do with the original Game of Thrones and them ruining it, you know, for so many people. But yeah, that's the only thing that I've kind of like watched recently. I haven't gotten into anything really, any new shows, because of the fact that the writing is just so bad on so many levels. And everything's just so bad, you know. But I do find the House of the Dragon a good show. I do have a lot of problems with I hope they don't start messing around with like things. I like I said, this is a story. The actual book is a story that's an unreliable, and I put that in quotations, unreliable sources. So that's narrated through George R.R. Martin. And so what's fascinating about the book that a lot of people might have liked it, might not liked it. Again, it's him writing the story according to these sources, so it's not technically what could have happened. So they have all types of liberties that they could take on the actual show, as long as, because again, it's according to unreliable sources. So I mean, the sources are kind of like questionable, and then you really don't know, so they can do so many different things inside this story. And they can do that all the way back. It would be nice if they did. I don't know if they will. But that's pretty much the only thing I've tried. I didn't even bother to try Lord of the Rings. Or I should say Rings of Power. My sister did. And according to my sister, it's okay. Those are her words. But again, my sister is not like I don't know. She's different to me when it comes to like with the Witcher thing. I was super pissed off that they just did not concentrate on like Geralt. Like why are you not concentrating on the Witcher? What are all these subplots? I don't care about them. Like I'm literally only tuning in to watch The Witcher. And it was like all these other things going on. I was just like, no. So I was like kind of like upset when I watched the second season. I was just like, even the first one I wasn't even like impressed. And I kind of knew already at that point that it was gonna go just horribly wrong, and I was like, oh, why? But again, that's me. I become like super obsessive, and like with like a certain show or whatever. I was like that with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Smallville. Those are like some of my favorite shows of all time. Angel. Yeah, they're very cute. They're very... Those are kind of like the older versions of, I think, what good writing was. They might have been cheesy at the time. Like one of my favorite comic book adaptations is Blade. I love Wesley Snipes. and everybody's gonna be like, what? I love him. I think he is Blade. It's like Hugh Jackman in Wolverine. Wolverine is Hugh Jackman. Like you can't even like imagine anyone else playing Wolverine. And that's kind of my problem with Blade. I see Wesley Snipes as Blade. That's it. He's just always gonna be like, there's no other Blade but him in my book. But yeah, I become super obsessive about that stuff. So anyway, I'm getting excited because I was recommended by a friend to read the Dune books series. So I started reading it. It's really good, I should say. I started it. I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and like read the book. So, and I have not watched the movie. I refuse to watch the movie until I've read through the book. So on my trip to down south, I'm going to be reading the book the whole entire time. So I'm excited about that, to like completely focus all my time and energy on reading that book, because I really, really want to read it. It's good so far. So, and I can't wait to like actually finish reading. Like, I mean, not just finish reading it, but actually get into like the details and stuff of the book. It's the first book that I'm reading, but I'm excited about it and spending my time reading that, sitting by the pool, having a cocktail and stuff. That's what vacation is supposed to be like. I'm hoping that's exactly what my vacation looks like. Just chilling by the pool, a nice alcoholic beverage, and my Dune book. That would be perfect vacation for me. Especially because it's cold up north. Like, it wasn't cold. I mean, it wasn't cold like a couple of days ago. It was like super hot. And then it was like 75, 76. And I don't know for other people, that's super hot for me. So now it's like 50 and I love it. I mean, it's just the perfect amount of chill. It's not too cold. It's not like, 3 below outside. It's just enough for you to like walk around with a sweater and feel good and stuff about it, and not feel like, you have to have the heat on and be like in front of the stove because your fingers are like numb from being cold. No. So I'm excited about that. I do love, there's a lot of people that hate the change in weather, and I love when summer goes into fall, just like I love when winter goes into spring. I think that is the only thing that will keep me from ever like truly moving like out of this area, because I do love all 4 seasons. I love the winter. I love the spring, I love the summer, and I love the fall. I mean, I love every single one of them. It's probably the reason why I will never probably leave this area. I will always stay around somewhere where it can be, like, I don't want to stay here, but I definitely want to move to another state that has the kind of the similar weather, just not by the city. I'm so over the city. I don't know if anybody says that, but I'm so over the city. But that's pretty much it. I haven't done, I'm doing so many things. Check out my YouTube channel, Emma the Mizfit, because I'm doing I'm trying to incorporate a lot of mental health coping skills for other people that might suffer from mental health issues, or, depression, any type of anxiety. I made a music channel. I'm posting my poetry on Poetry Corner, Emma's Poetry, I think it is. I have to see how I have it organized. Again, these are things to help other individuals. I have a 3-minute prayer and meditation, which is just a video with different backgrounds playing some very mellow music for you to relax and concentrate and focus and pray or meditate if that's what you do. Just finding something to clear your head. Also for the, these are skills that helped me during my worst times, and I kind of want to help others through the same process, trying to get them to see that these things do work. My process took me a really long time to get to where I'm at a healthy state. In group therapy, the other day I was told, oh, you're so strong, you've done so much. I don't have that amount of time to ever get to the point where you're at right now. But people forget that it took me a really, really long time. I first was diagnosed in my early 20s. I think it was like 2021. And it took it's taken me almost way over 15-20 years to get to where I'm at. And people forget that. People forget that it does take a long time for you to get to a better, healthier place. And it wasn't easy. I lost a lot. I lost so much. And I'm in a healthier place because of the things that I've done to get here. I didn't give up. There are many times I wanted to, but I didn't. So, it is a very long process, and you do have to fight to get to the very end. But you do by incorporating good coping skills, learning about your mental illness, learning how to find better ways to help yourself. And it is a fight that you have to do every day. I have said this before, time and time again, you are not alone. This whole podcast is more or less about mental health issues. And though, I would like to branch out to other different things. Like I said, I would like to do the Game of Thrones things with my sister. Well, she wants to, I don't. But, discussing about, the things of the Game of Thrones. God, it's really frightening how much I don't want to see the seasons again. Just because of season 8. But the reason I do all these things is to try to let others know that they're not alone. The music channel is for, I made the meditating video and praying video. I made another one that was just a kind of calming, relaxing, if you want to fall asleep with it. And the other one I just finished making last week. That one is a Christmas one. And again, it's more of music, soft music. It's not really, it's again, just music to kind of like calm. It's not, all these Christmas jingles or anything like that. Again, it's more of a calming, kind of like just chilling kind of music. And I hope that doing these videos help others. I'm posting tonight the video of my poetry, Emma's poetry, on the site with the poetry, again, on the YouTube video. And it's going to be me narrating it. I don't know how it's going to come out. We'll see if I end up having the courage to actually post it. But again, this is the kind of like thing that I hope to inspire others to do. Now, there's also on the About links in the Emma the Mizfit YouTube page, there's the Amazon profile where you can click there and find the link to the puzzle books, journaling books, what's the other one, the adult coloring books. Like, all this helps you in the sense that to find good coping skills. Good coping skills are honestly what helped me. I used to smoke, I used to drink, and I gave that all up. Well, I do occasionally have a drink. I don't drink. I was never an alcoholic, but smoking was like, when I used to smoke a lot. So, I mean, and I'm not talking about like weed, I'm talking about cigarettes. I used to smoke like Newport's 100s, like, and if I was drinking, forget it. I'd go to like 2 packs easily. I'm so happy I no longer do it. But it's really just a matter of trying to find good coping skills. You need to find something that is a healthy way of dealing with the imbalances in your brain. I work out. I do poetry. I make videos. I do podcasts. I color sometimes. I write, like I do all these different things. And it's good to have these different things to keep your mind focused. I do dog sitting. I do like all these things. These are the type of things that keep your mind from not falling into the depression that will try to hold you down. So I do hope that you find those resources and the links on Emma the Mizfit on YouTube. And I hope that you are able to click them and follow me and be able to find some sort of like peace inside the books and stuff like that, or even the music. Again, I'm more than willing to hear your comments, how you feel. What are your coping skills? I mean, I would really like to know if there's anything I'm missing, some knowledge, please let me know, because I'm more than willing to help share it. These are just some of my things that I like to do, but I hope that you find good coping skills yourself in doing anything. I don't know what you like to do, so I would definitely like to hear from you, and your comments are always welcome. If you have any different coping skills, if you just want to leave a comment, if you just want to hit a like and follow, that's more than grateful. I'm more than grateful for that. If you just like hearing me talk about nonsense, then you know what? I'm more than happy to have that. Like, it puts a smile on my face knowing that I'm not alone. And I want you to know you are not alone. So I hope you have a beautiful week. I'm going to end this right now, but I do hope that you do check out Emma the Mizfit on YouTube, and you're able to check out the page. You're able to check out the links, and you can just be able to enjoy some of the things that I'm creating. It's not easy. It's a lot of work because I don't know any of this stuff, but it's been a lot of fun for me to do it. So I do hope you do get some sort of pleasure and joy out of it. And I hope it does bring some healing to you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.